Relax and express everything you desire. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Welcome to Stoic in Your Life, where we uncover the art of living intentionally and mastering the balance between relaxation and ambition. What if you could silence the noise of the world, focus on what truly matters, and effortlessly bring your desires to life? This isn't about wishful thinking. It's about learning how to align your actions with a calm and powerful mindset, creating a life that feels as good as it looks. In today's video, we'll reveal how Stoic principles can help you let go of stress, gain clarity, and transform your dreams into reality. This is your guide to staying grounded, clear-headed, and intentional in every step you take. So, tell me, what's the one thing you've been striving for? Drop it in the comments, and let's explore how Stoicism can help you achieve it with purpose and ease. 1. Recognize and accept. In our journey of life, particularly in our modern world, the concept of control and acceptance is at the heart of many philosophical teachings, with modern Stoicism guiding us to identify where our power truly lies. This ancient philosophy, championed by the likes of Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, reminds us that by recognizing what we can and cannot control, we pave the way for a more serene existence. The Stoics urged us to acknowledge that while we have influence over our own choices, reactions, and intentions, much of what surrounds us, external opinions, events, or even other people's actions, is beyond our grasp. This concept, simple yet profound, can transform how we approach our challenges, fostering resilience and a sense of peace. A practical way to bring this Stoic wisdom into your life is by creating a simple exercise. List the things that weigh heavily on your mind, the stresses and concerns that might consume your energy. Then divide them into two categories, those you can change and those you cannot. This process, both clarifying and empowering, is the first step in recognizing the freedom that comes from releasing the need to control what is inherently uncontrollable. In letting go, we reclaim energy and focus for areas where we can indeed make a difference. As Epictetus, a famed Stoic teacher, aptly said, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." This line reminds us to center our attention on our actions and attitudes, rather than squandering mental energy on matters beyond our influence. Consider this in real life. The concern about others' opinions, which often burdens us unnecessarily. You may find yourself replaying scenarios or stressing over how others perceive you, but here's the reality. No amount of worry or overthinking will alter someone else's judgment. Instead, direct your efforts towards responding with integrity and authenticity. When we channel our energy toward what we can influence, our own responses and actions, we experience a liberation from the often paralyzing grip of external validation. The more we invest in our character and integrity, the more resilient we become, and soon, others' opinions lose their power over us. As the Stoics understood, this shift in focus not only builds resilience but nurtures an inner strength that keeps us grounded amid the ups and downs of life. In the framework of modern Stoicism, this approach of distinguishing between the controllable and uncontrollable is profoundly relevant. In a world where we are constantly bombarded by information, opinions, and expectations, grounding ourselves in what we can control becomes an act of self-care and wisdom. The demands of contemporary life often lead us to overcommit, overthink, and overstress, but by centering on this Stoic practice, we find relief. Imagine how much lighter you would feel if you could release even half of the concerns that are outside your control. By doing so, we don't ignore challenges. Instead, we navigate them from a place of clarity and purposeful action. The happiness of your life, as Marcus Aurelius wrote, depends upon the quality of your thoughts. This quality improves when we focus on those thoughts and actions within our sphere of control. When we embrace this Stoic practice, it also leads us to a higher level of acceptance. Acceptance is not passive resignation. but an active decision to find peace with reality. It's a choice to see things as they are, not as we wish they were. Modern Stoicism teaches us that by accepting what we cannot change, we don't surrender but rather free ourselves from the illusion that life must be constantly molded to our desires. This mindset shift allows us to approach life with a calmer, more composed attitude, ready to face whatever comes our way. Imagine how differently you might feel if, instead of resisting every setback, you could see it as an opportunity for growth, as the Stoics advocated. This resilience doesn't happen overnight, but is cultivated through the daily practice of aligning our thoughts and actions with what is within our power. The modern Stoic approach doesn't ask us to be indifferent to life's challenges, but encourages us to meet them with an understanding of what we can influence and what we must release. When we practice this, our minds become clearer, our decisions more purposeful, and our emotions less reactive. In today's world, filled with rapid changes and uncertainties, such an approach becomes not only relevant but essential. To live as a modern Stoic is to live with intention, steering our lives through mindful actions rather than being swept away by things beyond our reach. To live by these Stoic principles daily is to grant ourselves a form of freedom, a freedom from unnecessary worry, from the burden of external expectations, and from the need to control the uncontrollable. The practice of modern Stoicism, therefore, is not just philosophical. It is practical, grounding us in what matters and reminding us of our power to shape our inner world regardless of what happens outside it. So, let us practice this wisdom each day, releasing what we cannot control and dedicating ourselves fully to what we can. By doing so, we bring clarity, peace, and resilience into our lives, allowing us to navigate each day with a calm and focused mind, ready to face both triumphs and trials with equanimity. This is the heart of modern Stoicism, a timeless approach that empowers us to manifest our dreams, not by forcing outcomes, but by aligning our actions with our values and responding to life with courage and composure. 2. Focus on the present. Life moves quickly, often pulling our thoughts forward to what's next or tugging them back to what has already passed. But modern Stoicism encourages us to pause and truly experience each moment. This philosophy teaches that when we focus on the present, we open ourselves to the richness of life that only exists in the now. As Epictetus once said, people are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them, reminding us that the power to shape our reality lies in how we perceive each experience. In a world filled with distractions, practicing mindfulness is the first step in connecting to the present and savoring life's simple joys. Simple practices like mindful breathing, pausing to feel the sensation of a quiet morning, or truly listening to someone without rushing to respond are powerful ways to cultivate presence in your everyday life. These seemingly small acts anchor us in the moment and offer us access to a deeper sense of fulfillment and peace. Think about the last time you attended a family gathering or spent time with friends. Were you really there, engaged, and enjoying the moment? Or was your mind preoccupied with work, a buzzing phone, or something else beyond the room? Modern Stoicism encourages us to put distractions aside in these moments, focusing on the warmth of loved ones, the sounds of laughter, the shared memories being created. When we do, we find that presence brings a kind of quiet joy that lingers longer than any fleeting satisfaction from checking our phones or daydreaming about future plans. This is one of the Stoic secrets to happiness, a contentment that arises not from achieving some distant goal but from being here and now, fully engaged in whatever we're doing. Consider a story from the life of a woman named Sarah, who spent years consumed by her ambition, constantly planning her next move and striving for more. Even in the midst of family dinners, vacations, or simple conversations, her mind was always elsewhere, preoccupied with what she hadn't achieved yet. One day during a family gathering, her young daughter tugged on her sleeve and said, "Mom, are you listening?" It was a question that stopped Sarah in her tracks. She realized that while she was physically present, her mind was miles away, focused on work and the future. In that moment, She committed to change, to put aside distractions, and truly be there with her family, savoring each interaction. Over time, she discovered that this shift didn't just improve her relationships. It brought her a sense of peace she had been chasing for years, but had never truly found. Through mindfulness, Sarah began to see that her happiness and contentment were right in front of her all along, not in the future she was striving for. As you reflect on your own life, consider this. How often are you fully present? How many moments pass by each day that could feel more meaningful if you were truly engaged? Modern Stoicism teaches us that by being mindful and letting go of the need to constantly check our devices, worry about the future, or dwell on the past, we create space to genuinely connect with the people around us and with our surroundings. When we become more intentional about our focus, we begin to see the beauty and peace that were always within our reach. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, wrote, "Confine yourself to the present," urging us to understand that life's essence and richness reside here, not in some imagined future or past. The practice of staying present is more than a technique. It's a way of living that allows us to find satisfaction in even the smallest details of life. When we focus on the moment, we are freed from the weight of expectations and the constant pull of distraction. It may seem challenging at first, especially with all the noise of modern life, but over time, this commitment to mindfulness becomes transformative. Imagine stepping outside and feeling the sun on your face, or savoring the first sip of coffee in the morning. These simple acts, when done mindfully, can bring a profound sense of joy and connection. These are the Stoic secrets that reveal life's richness, not as a reward for relentless striving, but as a gift that is already available in every present moment. So how can you start living this philosophy of modern Stoicism, practicing the art of presence? Begin with small steps. When you wake up, take a moment to notice how you feel before rushing into the day. When you're with loved ones, put away your phone and really listen to what they're saying. At work, focus on one task at a time instead of being overwhelmed by everything on your plate. These little practices add up and, over time, reshape your experience of life, grounding you in the now and helping you find peace where you are. By embracing presence, you discover that the happiness and contentment you're seeking are not in the next promotion, the next vacation, or the next milestone. They're right here, in the moments you're already living. At the heart of this lesson is a message that modern Stoicism offers us. The true art of living is learning to be fully engaged in life as it unfolds, to find richness in each interaction and joy in each present moment. This is the power of presence, a Stoic secret that, if practiced, brings fulfillment effortlessly, allowing us to relax and manifest a life of contentment. So, as you move forward, remember that the present is where life happens. Each moment holds a quiet beauty and a profound simplicity, waiting for us to notice. Embrace it, be there fully, and you'll find that by mastering this art, you're not just surviving, you're truly living. 3. Set clear and realistic goals. Imagine a world where setting goals feels less like a chore and more like a natural extension of who you are, a process of aligning your dreams with the deeper principles that make you, you. This isn't about relentless hustle or measuring yourself by others' standards. It's about discovering what truly matters, so you can move through life with intention, peace, and a sense of authentic purpose. In the spirit of modern Stoicism, let's delve into a way of setting goals that helps you relax and manifest your dreams effortlessly. Now, before you jot down your usual list of aspirations, take a moment to pause and ask yourself, what genuinely matters to you? Strip away what society expects or what the world tells you should be on that list. In the words of Epictetus, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. When we understand our true nature and values, we become clear about what we wish to achieve, not to fulfill someone else's idea of success, but to nourish our own spirit. Think about this. Are the goals you're setting reflective of who you are, or of who you've been told to be. Begin by writing down your top 5 life goals. These might be big dreams or modest desires, but for each one, ask yourself, why does this matter to me? Maybe you've set a goal to earn more money or advance your career, but dig deeper. Are these goals fulfilling, or do they merely sound impressive to others? Modern Stoicism teaches us that true contentment comes when our ambitions align with our internal compass, with the virtues we hold dear. Rather than aiming for superficial targets, reshape these goals in a way that aligns with what you find meaningful. For instance, instead of making more money, consider building financial security to enjoy time with family and reduce stress. This subtle shift transforms the goal from a vague aspiration into a purposeful journey rooted in values. When your goals align with your principles, each step you take becomes more than an action. It's a step toward a life that feels complete. Think about what Marcus Aurelius once said. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If your thoughts, your intentions, and your goals are shallow or misaligned, your happiness will be too. So why not set goals that connect with your ideals and deepen your joy? To do this, we must look within and determine what we truly value: honesty, family, wisdom, resilience, or perhaps freedom. Once we know what we value, we can ask ourselves if our ambitions reflect these ideals. A person whose core value is freedom, for instance, might find that goals centered on financial independence or time flexibility resonate far more than those tied to a prestigious title or a salary number. And it's okay if your goals change over time, because as we grow, so too do our priorities. The essence of modern Stoicism reminds us to remain adaptable and aware, not rigidly attached to fixed ideas. Now consider the world around you. How often are we influenced by what others think, say, or expect from us? Social media, our friends, our families, they all have opinions, and it's all too easy to allow these influences to shape our goals without realizing it. This is why the Stoics place such emphasis on self-knowledge and personal clarity. Seneca wisely noted, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." Without a clear understanding of your destination, you can be swayed by any passing trend or expectation. When you're clear about what you value, you gain resilience. You become less susceptible to outside noise, and more committed to the path that resonates with your own soul. How would it feel to pursue only those things that make your life feel whole and meaningful? Goal setting with intention is not just about checking boxes. It's about crafting a life that feels like it's worth living. Imagine the confidence you'd feel knowing that each day you're working towards something that genuinely matters to you. And remember, the Stoics did not believe in waiting for the perfect moment to start. They acted with purpose in each moment. How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? Epictetus urged. By setting clear, meaningful goals aligned with our principles, we not only demand the best for ourselves, but we make it attainable step by step, moment by moment. So, as you embark on this journey of setting goals, remember to embrace simplicity and honesty. Resist the urge to impress or compare, and instead focus on goals that feel like home to your heart. Reflect on how each goal connects with your values. Are you seeking wisdom, compassion, peace, or connection? When your goals reflect your deepest values, the journey becomes as fulfilling as the destination. You may find that the very act of pursuing these goals, one mindful step at a time, brings you a sense of peace and purpose that surpasses any external achievement. And now I ask you, how would your life change if your dreams were not dictated by external pressures but by the quiet, steady voice within? After hearing these insights on acceptance, presence, and goal setting, I'm curious, which of these Stoic practices speaks to you the most right now? How do you think it could shift the way you approach your own dreams and challenges? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned until the end. We have some surprising techniques coming up in the final sections that you won't want to miss. 4. Take persistent action. The essence of modern Stoicism teaches us that great achievements are not the result of a single sweeping action, but rather of steady, thoughtful, and persistent effort. In a world that celebrates instant success and rapid results, Stoicism offers a grounding counterpoint. It values slow, purposeful movement toward our goals, emphasizing that real progress is born of consistency and resilience, not of sporadic, grand gestures. As Epictetus reminds us, no great thing is created suddenly. The Stoic approach to taking persistent action encourages us to break down our aspirations into small, manageable steps, transforming what may feel like an overwhelming mountain into a series of achievable strides. This method not only simplifies the journey, but also creates a rhythm that aligns with our natural pace, making each step more sustainable and rewarding. Picture a goal you may have set aside because it seemed too daunting. Perhaps it's the dream of writing a book, learning a new skill, or starting a business. These ambitions often get buried under the weight of everyday obligations, the fear of failure, or the sheer enormity of the task itself. But what if, instead of focusing on the end goal, you committed to just 15 minutes each day to work on it? Over weeks, months, and years, this consistent investment builds momentum, a quiet strength that steadily propels you toward that once intimidating objective. The beauty of this approach is that it requires no fanfare, no big leap, only small steps taken with intention and regularity. Consider this. If you aim to write a book, dedicating 15 minutes to writing each day might feel trivial, yet over time, these sessions accumulate into chapters, and those chapters eventually form a complete work. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good person should be. Be one." In a similar vein, rather than overthinking or doubting your capability to achieve your goal, simply begin. By focusing on the process rather than the outcome, you gradually create a habit, and the habit in turn carries you forward, even when motivation wavers. This is the principle of compounding effort, where consistent small actions taken daily have a powerful cumulative effect, building momentum that can withstand the tests of time, distractions, and self-doubt. As life throws obstacles your way, the foundation of your daily effort remains intact, a testament to your commitment and perseverance. Now, this isn't about perfection or never faltering. Rather, it's about developing resilience. Modern Stoicism encourages us to approach each day as an opportunity to reaffirm our commitment, to embrace the small steps that define progress. When we encounter setbacks, instead of viewing them as failures, we can see them as part of the journey, reminders to adjust our approach or refine our focus. Seneca once said, "It does not matter how many times you get knocked down, but how many times you get back up." This wisdom reminds us that resilience is not about avoiding difficulty, but learning to persist through it. Life's challenges can be seen as stepping stones rather than roadblocks, as each difficulty faced and overcome builds our endurance and clarifies our purpose. This perspective not only fosters personal growth, but also creates a sense of calm, knowing that every effort, no matter how small, is valuable. In applying this to modern life, where distractions abound and our attention is constantly pulled in multiple directions, a Stoic mindset helps us stay focused and centered. We may set daily or weekly goals, breaking down larger aspirations into actionable steps that align with our values and priorities. This structure not only makes our goals more achievable, but also protects us from the overwhelm that often paralyzes us before we even begin. If we're striving for financial independence, for example, we might begin by saving a small, consistent amount each week. Over time, this habit builds security and demonstrates the power of consistent effort. As we continue these small, dedicated actions, we develop a sense of control and purpose, reinforcing our resilience and discipline. In a fast-paced world that often prizes immediate results, modern Stoicism reminds us that patience and persistence are the true drivers of meaningful success. Ultimately, the Stoic approach to persistent action teaches us that progress isn't always visible or dramatic. It's often subtle, unfolding gradually, but it is no less powerful. As we commit to our goals each day, our actions, however modest, compound and create a meaningful trajectory. This approach allows us to achieve our dreams with ease and focus, not through force or anxiety, but through steady, thoughtful action. The journey itself becomes as significant as the destination, grounding us in the present and offering a sense of purpose that transcends fleeting achievement. Modern Stoicism teaches us that by cultivating patience and resilience, we build a life that isn't rushed or forced but lived with intention, balance, and fulfillment. And so, as you consider your own goals, ask yourself, what small, persistent action can you take today that aligns with your values? How can you begin, quietly but consistently, to create the future you envision? Let these questions guide you, anchoring you in a practice of steady progress, where each day is a step forward, bringing you closer to your dreams with patience, purpose, and peace. Your environment shapes your mindset, so let's hear from you. What inspires you most? Comment people, if it's the supportive relationships in your life, or place, if it's a calming, organized space that fuels your focus. Let's start a conversation. 5. Embrace the power of gratitude. Gratitude is the foundation of a relaxed and fulfilled life, a bridge between where you are now and where you want to go. It's not about settling for less or giving up on your ambitions. Rather, it's about recognizing and celebrating the abundance already present in your life. Gratitude creates a mindset of inner peace, transforming stress and desperation into confidence and clarity. When you appreciate what you have, no matter how small, you shift your focus from scarcity to abundance, and in doing so, you open the door to authentic self-expression. Think about it. How often do we dwell on what's missing rather than cherishing what's here? Marcus Aurelius reminded us of this simple yet profound truth when he said, "Dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars, and see yourself running with them." Gratitude isn't just an abstract concept. It's a practice that anchors you in the present while inspiring you to move toward your dreams with calm determination. Let me share a story that might resonate with you. A friend of mine, James, used to feel perpetually stuck. He was always chasing after the next thing, a better job, more money, recognition. But no matter how much he achieved, it never felt like enough. One day, he decided to try something different. Instead of starting his day worrying about what he didn't have, he wrote down 3 things he was grateful for. At first, it felt trivial, but over time, this practice changed his perspective. He began to notice the little joys in his life, the laughter of his children, the support of a loyal friend, the satisfaction of completing a small task well. Gratitude didn't magically solve all his problems, but it helped him approach his goals with less pressure and more purpose. He realized that his desires were not born out of lack, but out of a genuine wish to grow and contribute. When was the last time you paused to appreciate the good things in your life? Could this simple shift in focus help you move closer to what you truly desire? Gratitude doesn't just change how you feel, it changes how you show up in the world. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you naturally exude confidence and openness, qualities that draw opportunities and people toward you. Think about the difference between approaching your dreams with desperation versus contentment. Desperation repels, it communicates lack, fear, and insecurity. On the other hand, gratitude attracts. It says, "I value what I have, and I'm ready for more." This isn't about pretending to be happy or ignoring challenges. It's about finding a balance between ambition and appreciation. When you act from a place of gratitude, you align your energy with your goals, making it easier to express your desires authentically and effectively. In life, where we're constantly bombarded with messages that we need more success, more possessions, more validation, gratitude is a revolutionary act. It grounds you in the present, helping you see that while striving for improvement is valuable, it's equally important to recognize the worth of what you already have. A simple practice of gratitude, such as keeping a journal or sharing your appreciation with loved ones, can have profound effects. For instance, Research shows that gratitude improves mental health, strengthens relationships, and even boosts physical well-being. Isn't it empowering to know that something as simple as saying thank you can enhance your life in so many ways? Let's take this a step further. How can you use gratitude as a tool to relax and express everything you desire? Start by integrating gratitude into your daily routine. Each morning or evening, take a few moments to reflect on what you're thankful for. It could be something big, like a supportive partner, or something small, like a warm cup of coffee. Over time, you'll notice a shift in how you perceive your circumstances. Gratitude will help you see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. It will also give you the confidence to express your dreams and desires without fear of rejection or failure. After all, when you're grounded in gratitude, you understand that your worth isn't tied to any single outcome. It's rooted in who you are and the life you've built. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring your desires or settling for less. It means recognizing the abundance already in your life while staying open to what's yet to come. When you cultivate this mindset, you'll find that relaxation and self-expression come naturally. You'll feel less pressure to prove yourself and more freedom to pursue what truly matters. So today, take a moment to pause, breathe, and reflect on all the things that make your life beautiful. Let gratitude be your guide as you work toward everything you desire, one peaceful and purposeful step at a time. 6. Cultivate emotional awareness. Relaxation and the ability to express yourself fully both stem from a deeper understanding of your emotions. How often do you find yourself tense or overwhelmed, unable to pinpoint exactly why? This is the result of unacknowledged feelings that linger beneath the surface, creating a quiet but persistent inner chaos. Cultivating emotional awareness is about recognizing these feelings, naming them, and accepting them without judgment. It's not about ignoring or suppressing how you feel, because emotions, even the difficult ones, serve a purpose. They are your mind and body's way of communicating what matters to you, what's out of balance, or what needs attention. When you feel anxious, your emotions might be signaling that you're uncertain about something, perhaps a lack of preparation or clarity. Instead of dismissing that feeling, use it as a guide to reflect and realign. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems." This reminds us that many of our worries stem not from the reality of a situation, but from how we perceive and amplify it in our minds. When you ignore these signals, they don't go away. They accumulate and create tension, making relaxation and self-expression seem out of reach. Journaling is a powerful tool to cultivate emotional awareness. When you take time to write down what you're feeling, you create a safe space to explore and understand your emotions. It's not about finding solutions immediately, but about uncovering the layers of what's going on inside you. Through this practice, you might notice patterns, like how certain situations consistently trigger frustration, or how certain people inspire joy. What could you learn about yourself if you took a moment each day to reflect on your emotions? Could understanding your feelings help you articulate your desires more clearly and pursue them with greater ease? Another effective way to cultivate emotional awareness is through mindfulness. Taking just a few minutes each day to sit in stillness, focusing on your breath, allows you to tune in to your inner world. You might notice a tightness in your chest, or a flutter of excitement in your stomach. These physical sensations often carry emotional weight, serving as clues to what's truly going on. Emotional awareness doesn't mean you'll eliminate all negative feelings, but it empowers you to approach them with curiosity rather than fear. When you create space to understand your emotions, you remove the inner clutter, allowing relaxation to take its place. And when you're relaxed, expressing yourself becomes less about overthinking and more about showing up authentically. Let me share a story to illustrate this. A friend of mine, Laura, had always struggled with speaking up during work meetings. She often stayed quiet, even when she had valuable ideas to contribute, because she felt a knot of anxiety holding her back. When we talked, she realized her anxiety wasn't just about fear of judgment. It stemmed from a deeper belief that her voice wasn't as important as others. Through journaling and mindful reflection, she began to unpack this belief. She acknowledged her anxiety and explored its roots rather than ignoring or fighting it. Over time, Laura started to recognize that her emotions weren't there to stop her. They were pointing her toward what needed healing. With this awareness, she practiced speaking up in small ways, aligning her actions with her growing confidence. Today, Laura feels much more at ease expressing herself, not because her anxiety disappeared, but because she learned to work with it rather than against it. Emotional awareness also fosters better relationships, which are essential for self-expression. When you understand your own feelings, you become more empathetic toward others. Instead of reacting defensively in a heated moment, you might pause and ask yourself, why am I feeling this way and how can I respond constructively? This creates space for healthier communication, deeper connections, and a sense of mutual respect. When you approach others with emotional clarity, they're more likely to reciprocate, making it easier for you to express your desires and be understood. The philosopher Seneca said, "As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters." By cultivating emotional awareness, you improve the quality of your interactions and the way you navigate life, ensuring it's not only fulfilling, but also meaningful. In modern life, where distractions and demands pull us in countless directions, it's easy to lose touch with what we're truly feeling. We rush through our days, reacting to external pressures without pausing to ask, what's going on inside me? This disconnect not only increases stress, but also clouds our ability to pursue our goals with clarity and intention. Imagine how different your day might feel if you paused, even for a moment, to check in with yourself. Could taking that time help you make decisions that are more aligned with your values and desires? By understanding your emotions, you're better equipped to navigate the ups and downs of life with resilience and grace. Emotional awareness is about creating harmony within yourself. It's about understanding that your emotions aren't obstacles but tools, guiding you toward greater self-knowledge and alignment. When you take the time to recognize and accept your feelings, you create the space needed for relaxation and authentic self-expression. 7. Practice detachment from outcomes. True relaxation and freedom come not from controlling every aspect of life, but from learning to let go of the need to dictate outcomes. Detachment from results doesn't mean abandoning your desires or ceasing to care. It's about embracing the wisdom of focusing on what's within your control and trusting the process to unfold as it should. This practice is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, which teaches us to prioritize our actions and intentions over the external results we can never guarantee. As Seneca wisely observed, "He who is brave is free." By detaching yourself from the pressure of specific outcomes, you liberate your mind and spirit, allowing you to express your desires with clarity, confidence, and resilience. Instead of being paralyzed by the fear of failure or the need for perfection, you step into a space of empowerment where your focus shifts from what might happen to how you can show up today with purpose and determination. In the modern world, the obsession with outcomes is everywhere. Whether it's career goals, personal achievements, or relationships, society constantly measures success by results. For men aged 40 to 70, this pressure can feel particularly intense as you reflect on past accomplishments or look to solidify your legacy. If you've ever poured your energy into a business deal, a promotion, or even a relationship, only to feel defeated when the outcome wasn't what you expected, you've experienced how exhausting it can be to pin your happiness to results. This doesn't mean those efforts were wasted. Rather, it's a reminder that your value is not determined by external achievements. When you focus on the process, on the actions that are within your power, you not only regain your sense of calm, but also improve your ability to express what you truly desire without fear of judgment or failure. Practicing detachment doesn't mean you stop caring or lower your standards. It's about understanding that while you have power over your actions, the results are influenced by countless factors outside your control. This perspective not only reduces stress, but also helps you approach your goals with a sense of balance and perspective. Consider the words of Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you internalize this wisdom, you understand that your true strength lies in your ability to remain steadfast in your efforts, regardless of how the external world responds. This mindset is particularly valuable when pursuing personal growth or expressing your deepest desires. Instead of hesitating or holding back out of fear that your efforts might not succeed, you give yourself permission to act boldly, trusting that the process itself is worthwhile. Detachment from outcomes also fosters healthier relationships. Often we unconsciously place expectations on the people around us, hoping they'll behave or respond in certain ways. When they don't meet these expectations, we feel disappointed or even resentful. But by practicing detachment, we allow others to be themselves, accepting them for who they are rather than who we want them to be. This creates space for genuine connection and understanding, free from the pressure of unspoken demands. For instance, think about a time when you tried to influence a loved one's decision or behavior. Did it strengthen the relationship or did it create tension? By focusing on your intentions, whether it's to support, guide, or simply be present, you can let go of the need to control how others respond, fostering trust and mutual respect instead. In today's fast-paced world where instant gratification is often prioritized, practicing detachment can feel counterintuitive. But it's precisely this mindset that allows you to find lasting peace and fulfillment. When you release the need to micromanage outcomes, you make room for possibilities you might not have anticipated. Think about it. How often do things work out differently from how you planned, yet end up leading to unexpected opportunities or growth? By embracing this uncertainty, you cultivate resilience and adaptability, qualities that not only help you achieve your goals but also enrich your life in ways you couldn't have foreseen. Begin by identifying areas where you feel most attached to outcomes, whether it's in your work, relationships, or personal goals. Reflect on the emotions tied to these attachments and ask yourself, are they helping me or are they holding me back? Next, focus on setting intentions rather than expectations. Instead of saying, I must achieve X to be happy, shift your perspective to, I will give my best effort and let the results take care of themselves. This simple but profound shift can transform how you approach challenges, allowing you to relax and express your desires with greater ease and authenticity. Practicing detachment from outcomes is about reclaiming your inner peace and rediscovering the joy of the journey. When you let go of the need to control everything, you free yourself to live with greater purpose and clarity, unburdened by the fear of failure or the weight of expectations. As you move forward, remember Seneca's words, "He who is brave is free." The courage to detach from outcomes is what allows you to express everything you desire, not as a desperate plea but as a confident declaration of who you are and what you stand for. So today I challenge you to take that first step. Let go of the pressure to control every result and see how it transforms your approach to life, your relationships, and your dreams. 8. Harness the power of visualization. Visualization is one of the most effective tools for aligning your mind and body with your deepest desires, a practice that transforms your thoughts into a guiding force for action. At its core, visualization isn't about daydreaming. It's about creating a vivid mental image of your goals, experiencing the emotions tied to achieving them, and identifying the steps that will get you there. When you close your eyes and see yourself confidently moving toward a goal, you're doing more than imagining. You're activating your subconscious mind to work in harmony with your conscious efforts. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts," a timeless reminder that what we focus on shapes who we are and what we become. Visualization provides clarity, reduces stress, and makes even the most ambitious desires feel achievable, because it gives your mind a clear direction to follow. It's not just about visualizing success, but about engaging fully with the journey, seeing yourself overcoming obstacles, making decisions, and celebrating milestones along the way. Let me share a story that illustrates the transformative power of visualization. A friend of mine, David, had always struggled with public speaking. He would avoid any opportunity to present in front of an audience, even when it meant missing out on career growth. One day, his mentor introduced him to visualization as a way to prepare. Instead of focusing on his fear, David began to close his eyes each morning and picture himself walking confidently to the podium, speaking with clarity and poise and receiving genuine applause. He didn't stop there. He visualized every detail, from the warmth of the spotlight to the feeling of his words resonating with the audience. Over time, this practice didn't just make him feel more prepared, it rewired how he approached speaking. When the day finally came to deliver a high-stakes presentation, David found that his mind and body instinctively mirrored the vision he had practiced. He spoke with confidence and received the recognition he had always hoped for. Have you ever tried something similar? What could happen if you allowed yourself to visualize success, not just the outcome, but the steps that lead you there? The beauty of visualization lies in its ability to make the intangible feel real. When you picture yourself achieving something, whether it's landing a dream job, improving a relationship, or completing a personal project, you tap into the emotions associated with that success. This emotional connection is crucial because it fuels your motivation and keeps you aligned with your goal. It also helps you stay relaxed because your mind starts to believe in the possibility of achieving what you desire. This isn't magic or wishful thinking. It's a practice grounded in psychology. Studies have shown that mental rehearsal can activate the same neural pathways as physical practice, meaning that visualizing yourself succeeding can genuinely improve your performance. Visualization isn't just a tool for personal goals. It can also enhance your relationships and interactions with others. For example, if you're anticipating a difficult conversation, visualizing it beforehand can help you approach it with calmness and empathy. Picture yourself listening actively, expressing your thoughts clearly, and reaching a resolution that feels satisfying for everyone involved. By mentally rehearsing these scenarios, you prepare yourself to navigate them with confidence and composure. This approach applies to professional settings as well. Before a meeting or negotiation, take a moment to visualize the outcome you desire and the steps you'll take to get there. It's not about scripting every word, but about cultivating the mindset and emotional state that will help you succeed. As you practice this, you'll find that visualization doesn't just prepare you for success. It makes you more present and effective in every interaction. Some people hesitate to try visualization because they feel they're not naturally imaginative or worry it won't work for them. But visualization doesn't require you to see every detail perfectly. It's about focusing on the feelings and actions tied to your goal. If you want to become healthier, for instance, you might visualize yourself waking up energized, preparing nutritious meals, and feeling strong after a workout. Even if the image isn't crystal clear, the practice can still inspire you to take meaningful steps toward that goal. The key is consistency. Like any skill, visualization becomes more powerful the more you use it. Set aside a few minutes each day to focus on a specific goal, allowing yourself to immerse fully in the vision. Over time, you'll notice a shift not only in how you think, but in how you act as your decisions and behaviors start aligning naturally with your aspirations. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, visualization offers a way to regain a sense of control and purpose. It bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be, reminding you that your thoughts and actions are interconnected. What's more, visualization allows you to stay relaxed in the face of uncertainty because it helps you focus on what you can do rather than worrying about what you can't control. This practice is a form of mental self-care, a way to nurture your confidence and resilience as you move through life's challenges. So, what's stopping you from trying it? Could you take 5 minutes today to visualize one goal and see how it shifts your perspective? Remember that visualization isn't just about dreaming. It's about creating a mental blueprint that guides your actions. It helps you focus on the journey, not just the destination, and empowers you to approach your desires with calm determination. As Marcus Aurelius taught us, our thoughts shape our reality, so why not use them to create a life that reflects your true potential? Start small, be consistent, and watch as this simple yet powerful practice transforms the way you approach your goals and desires. Today, take a moment to visualize one thing you want to achieve. Feel it, see it, and let it inspire your next step. Taking control of your environment can transform your energy and focus. If you're ready to create a space or relationships that truly support you, drop a quick "I'm in" below and let's build something inspiring together. 9. Foster a supportive environment. Your environment plays an incredibly powerful role in shaping your ability to relax and express everything you desire. Whether you realize it or not, the spaces you inhabit and the people you surround yourself with influence your mindset, focus, and energy. A chaotic environment filled with clutter, negativity, or distractions can drain your mental resources, leaving little room for clarity or creativity. On the other hand, a supportive environment nurtures your well-being, encourages growth, and provides a foundation for pursuing your goals. The Stoics often emphasize the importance of external influences, with Seneca famously saying, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." This advice isn't just about the people in your life. It applies to every aspect of your surroundings. Have you ever paused to assess whether your physical, emotional, and social environments align with your values and aspirations? If not, now is the perfect time to take a closer look. Think about your physical space first. Is your home or workspace cluttered, disorganized, or full of items that no longer serve you? Research has shown that clutter can increase stress and reduce productivity, making it harder to relax or focus on what truly matters. Start by decluttering your surroundings, keeping only the things that bring you joy or support your goals. A clean, organized space can create a sense of calm and give you the mental clarity to express yourself more authentically. But it's not just about tidying up. It's about intentionally designing your environment to inspire creativity and growth. Add elements that reflect your dreams, photos of places you want to visit, objects that symbolize your achievements, or a corner dedicated to relaxation and mindfulness. Your emotional and social environment is just as important. The people you interact with regularly can either lift you up or drag you down. Do you find yourself surrounded by individuals who encourage your growth, celebrate your successes, and challenge you to be your best self? Or are there people in your life who drain your energy, criticize your efforts, or discourage your ambitions? The Stoics believed that we are shaped by the company we keep, and this wisdom holds true today. If you're constantly exposed to negativity or toxic relationships, it's time to set boundaries. This doesn't mean cutting people out of your life entirely. It means protecting your mental and emotional well-being by limiting the influence of those who don't align with your values. Seek out communities that resonate with your aspirations, whether it's joining a group of like-minded individuals, finding a mentor, or reconnecting with friends who share your vision for the future. How would your life change if you spent more time with people who inspire you rather than those who drain you? Another aspect of fostering a supportive environment is establishing routines and habits that reinforce relaxation and self-expression. Your environment isn't just the physical or social space around you. It's also the way you spend your time. Are your daily routines helping you feel calm and focused? Or are they adding unnecessary stress? Simple practices like creating a morning ritual, dedicating time to mindfulness, or scheduling regular breaks can transform the way you interact with your surroundings. Starting your day with a few moments of gratitude or a short meditation can set the tone for a productive and positive day. These habits act as anchors, grounding you even when external circumstances feel overwhelming. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By controlling how you respond to your environment, you empower yourself to thrive no matter where you are. Fostering a supportive environment also means being intentional about what you consume. The media you watch, the books you read, and the conversations you engage in all contribute to the mental landscape you inhabit. Are you consuming content that aligns with your goals and values? Or are you letting distractions and negativity creep in? Consider curating your digital environment by following accounts that inspire you, reading materials that expand your perspective, and limiting exposure to content that leaves you feeling drained or unmotivated. Every choice you make about what you allow into your life shapes the mindset you bring to your goals. If you fill your mind with positivity, wisdom, and encouragement, you'll find it easier to stay focused and express yourself authentically. Ultimately, your environment is a reflection of your priorities and a tool for achieving your desires. By intentionally creating spaces and relationships that support your growth, you lay the groundwork for relaxation and authentic self-expression. This isn't about striving for perfection. It's about aligning your surroundings with your values and goals so that they become a source of strength rather than a barrier. When your environment works with you instead of against you, you'll find it easier to focus, act, and achieve what truly matters. So, take a moment to reflect. Are your surroundings helping you become the person you want to be, or are they holding you back? By fostering a supportive environment, you can unlock your full potential and move toward your dreams with clarity, confidence, and peace of mind. As we close this exploration of Stoic principles to help you relax and express everything you desire, remember that the key to transformation lies in your hands. Embracing acceptance, practicing presence, setting clear goals, and visualizing success are not just abstract ideas. They're tools you can use every day to build a life of purpose, resilience, and peace. At Stoic in Your Life, we believe that true happiness comes not from controlling every detail, but from aligning your actions with what truly matters to you. Which principle from today's video resonated most with you? Drop it in the comments and join the conversation with our growing Stoic community. Your perspective could inspire someone else on their journey. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights to help you live a grounded and intentional life. Let's take these lessons forward and create the life we desire, one mindful step at a time.